A visit to Above the Bar Soapery and Gift Company is a luxurious treat. You can pick up an array of quality handcrafted soaps, candles, body products, and more. It's a must-stop shopping experience you'll just love. Well, I'm here with the owner, Ebony Gaspard, and Ebony, we're so excited to be here today.
I'm so excited to have you here, Jackie.
And what are we doing today?
So today we're going to be making hot processed soap, where we're forcing the soap to cook, so you can actually use the soap 24 hours later, after it gets hard.
Wow.
Everything is pre-measured, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our oils and we're going to put them inside of this lovely thing here.
All right, so what are we
So
putting
this
in
right here is palm oil.
Palm oil, okay.
And now we're going to do our olive oil.
Olive oil is amazing, isn't it?
It is. I mean, you can't make soap without olive oil. I mean, it would make no sense. It's a great conditioner. It's a great cleanser. It helps make the bar harder. Okay, and so the next thing, oh my gosh, I want you to smell how good this smells. Oh my gosh, this is organic coconut oil.
Oh.
Doesn't that smell good?
Yes, yes.
So we're gonna put that in there. So we're gonna keep melting this down.
Hey, look at how quickly it melts.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put the lid back on top of here to make sure that all melts down really good. And now we're gonna take and get the magical part happening. So right here we have 8 ounces of water, and then we have 8 ounces of ice. So we're gonna take this water and we're gonna put the water into the ice. And the reason for us doing this is so it allows the lye to cool down, because once we put this lye in here, it's going to heat up to like almost 200 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
That's crazy.
So that's, we're going to put this on top of this little, because this is plastic here
Gotcha.
underneath here. So we're going to put it on the silicone, so the silicone will absorb some of that heat.
Okay.
So, rule of thumb, you never pour water into lye. Do you know why, Jackie?
No.
Because you don't want an explosion.
Oh,
You
that's
don't want
bad.
that. Because you don't want lye.
Oh, wow.
You don't want lye solution
Yeah, I
exploding
guess
all
it's
over
important
the
to
place.
say to people that lye is very...
Lye is very corrosive and it's very dangerous if you don't treat it properly.
Okay.
So you're gonna pour it slowly in here.
So it's like the heat is already happening. You can see the ice is melting.
Yes. We're at 134 right now.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes,
Don't.
that's insane.
This is not tea water, people.
Yeah, yeah. Ebony, I think it's an interesting story. How did you get started in making soap?
Wow. Oh, well, my grandmother, God rest her soul, Weaver Walker, she taught me how to make soap when I was a little girl, when I was 5. And for me to like turn it, something that was just a beloved hobby that I shared great memories with my grandmother, and turn it into like a business that actually makes other people feel good about themselves and loving
you're doing
other
it with
people.
love, too.
Yeah, it is. That's the whole point about it. If you can't do it with love, don't do it at all, please.
Right.
So she's clearing up real good. And then we're gonna check her temperature. All right,
And,
so at 132.
what's a good temperature that it has to be at?
Well, because it's supposed to be within 10 degrees of each other.
Okay.
So
I
check
gotcha.
that. All right, so everything's looking good here. We're gonna use lemongrass. Lemongrass and sage are my favorite because it reminds me of my grandmother.
Oh, nice.
And it just brings me back to like a really good time when everything was, good.
Yeah.
Not only is lemongrass good for the spirit, it's good for your energy, and it just has my grandma's heart in it.
I
So
love it.
I love it. And even our sage, like I actually harvest my own sage
Wow.
too. So I grow it and harvest it, and then I take and I put it in there. So we're gonna put our mask back on, and then we're going to take the lid off, and then we're going to pour the lye water. Actually, we're gonna take the stick blender. You wanna pour down the shaft. You never wanna pour straight in, because you see like it stops it from splashing everywhere. So we're gonna move this around.
Okay.
And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna I don't know if you can see it like clouding up there.
Yeah.
So what's happening, this is called emulsification, and that's when the water and the oils, they're binding together versus them separating.
Yeah, okay.
So we're gonna burp it. That's called burping.
All right.
That's to get the air pockets out. All right, so now we're just gonna move it around. So we're trying to get it to trace. And trace is where you're gonna be able to take and make a line in the
Okay.
soap. So now we're gonna let it set for a couple minutes, because what we wanted to do is we wanted to start looking like applesauce or mashed potatoes.
All right.
And when it starts looking like that, that's when you know it's cooking, because it literally starts to look like mashed potatoes or applesauce. Yeah, so now we have come to the mashed potato stage. which is where we want to be. And then we're gonna get 2 ounces of essential oil, and this is lemongrass. And I'm one of those kind of people, like, I don't go and just order stuff online. Like, I actually go out and source my ingredients because I want quality ingredients to make my products, so that's what makes my products
special.
Yes, you want everything to be above the bar.
That's true.
And then now we're going to add a sodium lactate. And sodium lactate is salt. Right. So then we're going to take a pinch of sage. So now it's no longer lemongrass, it's lemongrass sage. And so then for our exfoliant, because I'm a girl, I love me a good exfoliating bar, okay? Because it's wonderful to cleanse, but we want to keep the skin nice and supple, right?
Right.
So now we're going to add our apricot seed kernels. And I grind this up as well. So now we're going to mold your soap, Jackie. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
I think you got this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold this here, and you're going to take that spatula, and you're gonna just work all of that.
Do I just push it in
this way? You can
way?
plop it in however you like. And so after it's in the mold, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let it sit for 24 hours. Keep it in a nice cool place. You can even cover it with a towel, but since we have a higher top on it, we're not gonna do that.
Okay.
We let it set for 24 hours, and then you can cut this tomorrow and you can use it.
Well, we're all finished, and E-Bunny, we had such a wonderful time making soap with you. Thank you for having us today.
Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so excited that you got to enjoy the experience, because that's what it's all about.
So I know folks are going to want to stop by. So why don't you tell everybody where you're located and a little bit more about your shop?
Okay, so you can come and visit us at 864 Route 940 Pocono Lakes. We do all natural soaps, bath and body products, personal care products, like anything. Candles, we custom design, and we have jewelry, handcrafted jewelry. It's a great place to come to.
It is, and you even have a whole men's section here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Called
great.
the men's corner.
Yes, you have. And we wanted to thank you so much once again for having us here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. It was amazing.